Hello everyone, and welcome to the Snowflake Show. Lee Cord is on holiday, is somewhere in Hawaii, enjoying a nice, refreshing, cool drink there. I am being hailed to the orb. Oh, did he meet me on purpose? He did. He did meet me on purpose.
Are we on holiday? I thought we were on a holiday. It's not this week.
No, not this week. No, Lee Khan. Next week. Oh dear. Oh.
This is no good. What do you mean? It's still in rainy Stockport.
No. No. Oh dear, guys. Oh my God. Talk about planning, like seriously. Oh dear. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Snowflake Show, Season 2, Episode 23, the finale, guys. I am your co-host, Reganelite, alongside...
I'm Lee Khan.
Not Lee Khan.
And
over the next hour or so, guys, we're going to give you the latest news and views and share some funny and good news with you. Lee, how you been? It's a
hot one.
One more show, mate. A hot show, isn't it?
It's been hot. It's been hot in the weather. It's been hot in politics.
It is hot. It is hot. I was sweating on Monday's Snowflake Viewpoint, which you guys can check out. I see a lot of people from here came and checked that out as well. So thank you guys for checking that out. It's very, really much appreciate it. The hat is killing me, says Jal. Well, if I weren't wearing this silly headphones, I'll probably have a hat of my own, but no, I'm clumsy. But good news, guys, as well. The orb is here. I know people were asking for it. So Lee, all hail the orb, guys. So yes, thanks to Lee Khan's masterful technical wizardry, he managed to fit the orb in. So the orb will be here for us throughout the show.
Just in case anybody wants to see it, just
Yes,
don't want to miss it.
Who we got in the chat, Lee?
Let's have a look, shall we? Oh God, there's a lot of people. Duke Vengeance, Duke's here. Somebody get me a tranquilizer. Okay, good start. Great start. Some guy called Reganelite. Good evening, all. Knights of the Blizzard, arise, arise,
arise.
Hey guys, says Gingers. Hi Gingers.
Hello Gingers.
Kendra, good evening, everyone. I'm just going to run through them now. Chatty Rat, Salary Cat, Scoop Num Rat Num Oozna made it. Yes, well done. Verticu. No, we haven't got COVID. I don't know what that COVID thing is. Have you seen it on the? Mine doesn't. It's not showing on mine, so I don't know. In the comments or something, a couple of people mentioned that. Why is this showing a COVID notice? Hit like. So Larry the Cat says, "Hit that like button. The orb compels." The orb.
There we go. Casper's found the emoji. So if you look on the chat carefully, you'll see an emoji of an orb or a globe. So close enough to it. So
yeah. Duke Verticu says, greetings and salutations, elite snowflakes. We bring popcorn. Good. Duke says, hit the like button or else I stand in front of your window and look menacing at you. Okay. As Regan says in the next comment, we're one sub away from 100. So we just need one more sub.
One more sub, guys. If you haven't subscribed already, help us end the season with 100 subscribers. Would be absolutely fantastic if you guys can make it happen.
Love to the family, says Lots of Larry Cat. Number 3's here. Snowflake arrived in. Zhao's here. Good evening. Hot, ain't it? Yes. I imagine it's even hotter where you are, Zhao. Verticu says loves to the family. Ben Shaw's here. Hi Ben. Number 3 can make a giant snowball. Might melt in this weather though.
Won't last very long.
Yeah, Ginger says that sounds like Hawaiian luau music, something like that. It's roasting with a heat wave here. Says Casper Northern, you're in Ireland, aren't you? Doc Davis, Kipper, hi Doc. Who's the man behind the window? Oh, it's my better half. That says Verticu. Okay, we're still chilly. Says Gingers. Oh, it's roasting here. It's been hot all week. And where am I now? Kendra's here. I think we said Kendra. Scoot number 91 leads. Hi, hello everybody. Hi, Did the Blaze's here. Hi, Darren. Hi, Did the Blaze. You know, hope everyone has survived the heat wave. Just about. It's a bit warm in my loft. I'll say that. Tom Nelson. Bonsoir. Flosson Dinesh. That means snowflakes in French. Doc Davis, if you have the orb, we need a floating sheep. Oh, I don't know about that. Do you know that? All hail the orb, says Larry the Cat with the orb emoji. Brilliant. Hughes here, good evening all. Simon says 55. Yeah, it's really
Lady Blase, good to see you there.
Yeah.
Great videos today. I watched some of those videos today. Oh my God, some of those Conservatives, absolutely embarrassing, absolutely atrocious. Scoopton, I'm just going to say, just going to warn you now, because you were timed out on my live stream on Monday. So be mindful of what you say in the chat, because I will do the same here if you are not careful with your words. So I'm just going to give you that warning now. Simon says 55. Good to see you there as well. Jao, good to see you there. Number 3 says the interview by Graham Hughes on Julia Grace Pension, CEO of Every Doctor, really shook me. That's a great video. If you guys haven't seen that, definitely worth checking that out. Definitely really good one that was.
I started watching that one. It's like an hour long, isn't it? So I kind of like put it to one side.
Yeah, it's a lot, but it's definitely worth checking out if you guys haven't. Bonjour, All Shorts, you made it. Good to see you there, buddy.
All Shorts, hi Marcus, you're right.
Yeah, if you're not a subscriber to All Shorts, you should all be a subscriber to All Shorts. Definitely check out his stuff. And we are one subscriber away,
Still
guys. Just a reminder, one subscriber away from the 100 mark. It would be fantastic if we was to end the season on 100 subscribers. Can you guys make that happen? We will find out as we go along. So before we get into the news, Lee, I think it'd be right if we address what is going on with the Snowflake Show.
So we've basically been going for nearly 6 months now since the beginning of the year, and apart from like the odd break, one or the other being away for a week, we haven't had a break, and I'm burnt out basically. And so we had a chat about it, and we're going to take a break, just a small break, a couple of weeks. Just to re-energize, and also we want to kind of look at what we're doing on the show and maybe change things a bit. You might have noticed some changes last week, but just family commitments, work commitments. It basically takes up the whole of the evening on a Wednesday from like finishing work for me. And I know Regan rushes home from work sometimes, literally gets home at 8 after has to rush some food down. Just to try and get everything ready for the show. So it can be a lot of hard work, and missed quite a few things that I could have basically should have been doing other things sometimes. So I'm just going to take a couple of weeks off, and what we might do is break it up into sort of shorter seasons, if you like. Because the first one was probably about 3 months, wasn't it? And then we've done like nearly 6 months this time.
Yeah, so we've gone 6 months straight, pretty much, guys, since the start of January, guys, and it's been rough, and obviously since I started my own channel, guys, that as well as obviously, as you guys know, that's I am absolutely loving it. I'm loving doing the videos and the live stream. I mean, at times, obviously, coming home late and going straight onto the live stream can take its toll. Sometimes. But this is actually a good time for us to take a break, also because I'm not just on holiday next week. I am literally going abroad next week, so I'm not even going to be in the country. So we have decided we are gonna return on the 5th of July. So next month, guys. So that's 3 weeks from now, I believe.
3 weeks today. Yeah.
3 weeks. 3 weeks today, guys. So we're going to be gone for a couple of weeks. I just want to stress this now, in case anyone's wondering. As far as I'm concerned, I still plan to do my live streams on Monday. That may change. I'm not going to promise it's always going to be there. But if I decide not to do it, or for whatever reasons, I will obviously put out a community post and let you guys know on my channel. I still plan to do content on my channel. I still plan to do all that stuff, guys. So just everyone,
even
in case everyone wants to be aware. I mean, I haven't personally reached a point where I can't do it anymore, sort of thing. I'm managing to balance everything, but the biggest difference between myself and Lee, I'm sure you guys can understand, is I don't own the home here. I don't have family. I don't have kids, and my work lifestyle is different to Lee's. So obviously, it's different to what he has to go through compared to what I have to go through. So it's understandable, and obviously the show is we don't want it to be down. We don't want it to be too negative either, guys, because that's why it's so important for us. We also want to bring some banter, more funny stuff. So we will be tweaking and changing the show when we return, because we've kind of gone just news, and we've done some pretty horrible shows we're not proud of, because we've covered some stories where we've been really, really down, and it brings you guys down too, and we don't want to do that, guys. We want to have a bit of a laugh at that as well. We want to make a mockery of the Conservatives and this government and anybody else, and we want to have it enjoyable, Yeah, I mean, we don't mind covering news. We still want to cover news, but at the same time we want to make it enjoyable for you guys,
Yeah, we don't want to be
so
negative.
There will be some tweaks. There will be some tweaks and changes. That's for sure. So let me just. Do you want to add anything else before I read the chat?
That's it, really. I mean, we also, we don't want to just be another show where we just read the news, go through articles, and talk about it, because there's so many people do that already. We want it to be a bit different. So, oh, sorry, I put something in front of your face. Then your volume is a bit high. That's why.
Also says you can't end. I just said we're not ending, but I think that's what he thought was happening. Let me just scroll up just so come down from there. Mr. Paniconi is here.
Daily Blase says he would have burnt out if he hadn't taken a break.
Sophie Short says health is more important. Absolutely, everyone deserves a holiday, says Kendra. Yep. Number 3 says fair enough. Burnt out. What YouTube causes burnt out never, says All Shorts. Verti says, are they allowed to have a holiday in the UK? Question mark emoji.
We haven't taken our holidays away yet.
We do have those here in the UK, believe it or not, Verti. Yeah. I was thinking the same thing, Verti. Can Brits still have vacations, says Jal. Yes, we can have vacations. Verti says we've hit our 100 subscribers.
We have. Let's have a look.
Well, apparently, we'll see. We'll see
mine
with the show
still says 99.
We can't check it right now.
Well, I'm just refreshing now just to see. It's taken a while.
Tom says, as a teacher coming to the end of the school year, I can tell you that a short break is a good idea. I'm a supporter for vacations. Everyone needs them, says Jal. Number 3 is saying to All Shorts, go live at the same time for a while. Yeah, you can cover the slot. All Shorts Wednesday night while we're away. Yeah, go right ahead, mate. Give people something to. Yeah.
Marcus said he could fill in for a couple weeks. If you want to do that, Marcus.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to, mate. You're more than welcome to.
That'd be great.
He said I can fill you in. Yeah, that's awesome, mate. Yeah. Vacation, what's that? Says Duke.
I can officially confirm that we're now on 100 subscribers.
Oh, are we on 100 subscribers?
There you go.
Oh, there we go, guys. There we go. Respect says number 3. I would go postal without vacation, says Jal. Duke says vacation. What's that? I know. Ginger's Giraffe says vacation. I get mine in September. Oh, absolutely fantastic. Wait, I am at my max subs. Just a minute, says Simon says. Oh, awesome, mate. Q says Grenfell 6 years ago today and still no Tory council answers. 6 bloody years. That's no, Hugh, it's just ridiculous on that. Absolutely. Let's see. Anybody's tell. Showing only 99 here. Probably if you refresh, it will update. Lefty Boater says set 101 on mine. What?
Yes, we're over 100. We're not just 100. We're over 100.
Yeah.
Right.
But we'll probably go over the hour anyway, guys.
Yeah,
we wanted to let you guys know, so you guys know what's going on. And obviously, guys, just keep up to. If you want to keep up to date anything, obviously we'll be on the Discord server, but we'll plug all the usual stuff at the end of the show. So stick around. We've still got plenty of stuff to go through. So shall we get to it, Lee?
Should we get into it?
We should dig into it. All hail the orb.
All hail the orb. News! Oh, chopped his head off. Somebody should chop his head off.
Oh,
Oh, no, I
it's the
didn't say that. I
turd
didn't
that
mean. I'm only
just won't
joking.
flush.
The turd won't flush.
It won't flush, guys. We tried. We tried last week to flush it. It just wouldn't flush, guys. The turd just will not flush. Oh dear. Exclusive from The Guardian, guys. Privilege Committee signs off Boris Johnson Partygate report. PM's verdict that the former Prime Minister misled Parliament on course to be published on Thursday morning. A long-awaited report that will find Boris Johnson misled Parliament over Partygate has been signed off by the Privilege Committee, marking the end of a year-long inquiry that saw him quit the Commons in fury at his findings. 7 MPs on the cross-party group, which has a Tory majority and a Labour chair, held by multiple meetings on Tuesday, and endorsed the report at around 7 p.m, The Guardian has been told. A damning assessment of Johnson's promise that no COVID rules were broken and claims that he was repeatedly assured the gatherings were within the rules and on course to be published on Thursday morning. Johnson cannot be suspended from Parliament, a punishment he was likely to face because he announced that he was stepping down last Friday and formally left the Commons on Monday. However, the Privilege Committee is keen to ensure that he does not get away scot-free. It is likely to recommend that he be blocked from being given the pass offered to most former MPs, granting him privilege across the Westminster estate. Such a decision would be up to the Commons Speaker, Lindsay Hoyle, but there is a precedent. An independent expert panel made the same recommendations about John Bercow in his report about his bullying that was published after he quit as an MP. The Commons declines to comment, but in a statement on Tuesday said Johnson had submitted a letter of fresh representatives at 11:57 the previous night, which he worked through promptly. Once a select committee's report signed off, a large logistical operation gets underway to print copies and planned for release. Government insiders and committee sources said they wanted to ensure that the report was published about 10:30 a.m. on Thursday, when the Commons leader Penny Mordaunt will make a statement about the business for the week. It is up to her to announce the timing of a vote on the report, given MPs have ready to accept the report in order for it to formally come into effect. The vote is likely to be held next Monday, as Downing Street hopes to get the issue over as quickly as possible, given the row over Partygate has been dragged on for 18 months. All MPs voted to set up the inquiry by the Privilege Committee last April after an investigation by Scotland Yard issued more than 120 fines and a separate investigation into the culture of the rule breaking by the then senior civil servant Sue Gray. Johnson's spokesperson was contacted for comment on Tuesday evening. The former Prime Minister said the Privileges Committee should publish their report and let the world judge their nonsense. They have no excuse for delay. Their absurdity, unfairly rules do not even allow any criticism of their findings. I have made my views clear to the committee in writing and will do more widely when they finally publish.
Yeah, he's basically just going to carry on as pneumonia. Didn't he send us? I heard something that he'd sent something into the committee this morning or something that he'd say, or yesterday, so it's caused a delay in the whole thing, didn't he?
Yeah, he basically delayed it yesterday morning or evening to try and just drag it out longer than it was needed to.
Yeah. Well, you know, the sooner he's gone, the better, isn't he? He's just dragging it out. I don't think anybody would. Does anybody really would actually vote for him? I don't know.
That's the problem I feel, Lee, and I've said this on Monday. He's not going anywhere. I can't see him going anywhere. Even if whether he's in Westminster or out of it, he's not going anywhere. Like, the media are going to cover anything he does, anything he says. He's just not going to go away. You know, the turd is too big. It just will not go down it. You know, I'm sorry, guys. It's just no. It don't matter how big your plunger is. It's just not gonna. It's not gonna flush.
It's not gonna flush.
But maybe the chat might have a solution to dealing with the. Might have some alternative options to get it down there.
We need some of that. We need one of those. There's a thing you can get, and it's got like explosive gas coming out of the bottom of it, and you put it in, and you go, supposed to force it down. You just
if only, guys. If only there was a way to flush it down.
Yeah. Well. So let's see what people are saying. Dynamite says Duke Vengeance. Yeah.
Well, that's a good idea. Yeah, that could cause explosive situations.
Yeah. Don't let him step into the Parliament building ever again. Yeah, I don't think they can. I don't think they can. Prison says number 3. Yeah.
I love that, but then you keep looking at Trump and you're like, why is he not in prison?
Yeah. Sophie Short says he's going to turn into a Farage type, grifter type. I was thinking exactly the same thing when Regan was reading that before. I just think he's just gonna be in the background, either in Talk TV or GBB's.
Yeah, he's just gonna have his own he's gonna have his own show or something like on Talk TV or GB News, and just basically waffle a lot of things. Waffle. Boris Johnson with Nadine Dorris, the Punch and Judy sort of malarkey.
I think the thing is he's such a narcissist that he doesn't, the idea of him just like fading into the background just doesn't even occur to him. He's got to be front and center all the time, hasn't he? So and everything he does is about him. So Chatty Rat says Magaberry, the second most westerly prison in the UK, would be the better option for BJ. He'll have plenty of loyalist friends there. Send in the Dorries.
Oh.
He says, Boris in a bar, Sunak asked him what you drinking with his card ready. Boris says Guinness, and Sunak says, it looks like lager, you excuse my language, you effing liar. Don't you ever stop. Oh dear. Punch Drunk and Judas. Yeah. Tower and Feathers, yeah. Tower of London. Let's not forget.
I wouldn't do that, Simon. That's a bit extreme.
What's that?
I'm not going to say it. Write to your MP and send BJ to precision. I suggest Belmarsh. Could try that one.
Yeah. I've realised why we got a COVID notice on it. It's because of this article, because it's got the COVID.
Lefty Boris says, all shorts, have you subscribed on your alternate accounts, have you?
Yeah, two of them. One under a trifle.
Use all your accounts.
One under Earth
in all
trifle.
Seriousness, you don't need to do every single account. You don't want to.
One under Wally Bar.
Use a trend notification on every single one.
Wow. Yeah.
Don't let him step into the Parliament building ever again, says Ginger Giraffe.
Yeah.
Prison, grifter type. Boris and Doris is a frightening vision. It is frightening, but it is possible. Hello, Vincent. Good to see you there as well. Just joining this. At work, I could get a hold of a drainage opener for you guys, says Kia. Let's send us the number and we'll get him trying and see what we can do about this turd. Daily Blase says, was I just me, or I thought Reganelite's impression of Spaffer had a little dose of Churchill thrown in there?
Don't tell him that. Don't tell Boris that. I think that'd be like. See,
Daily Blase is going to ask you, Lee, can you go back later on and just find an image or a clip now of Reganelite looking like that?
Oh, was it his face or was it your voice?
I think it was my face, obviously.
Oh, right, okay. Right, okay. Shall we move on to another Tory?
Yeah. This one's we're going to go from laughing to a bit of an angry one, shall we say? Because
yeah.
Oh God. Rishi Sunak scraps second round of Boris Johnson's flagship town funds. So obviously, you guys, leveling up funds. We're going to level everything up. No, don't look like it here, guys. Exclusive from Sky News. MPs criticised the town funds for a lack of transparency for creating the impression of a political bias.
Yeah.
So Rishi Sunak has cancelled plans to hold a second round of Boris Johnson's 3.6 billion town funds in a move that could anger Tory MPs. Sky News can reveal that the £300 million set aside for a further competition will instead be transferred to a levelling up fund, which has been criticised for the slow delivery. The Towns Fund was first announced by Boris Johnson in July 2019 and initially supported the development of 100 locations, including the former Labour heartland that turned Conservative for the first time at the last general election. The fund quickly attracted criticism of pork barrel politics after analysis found that the vast majority of places benefiting from the cash were held by Tory MPs. What a surprise, Lee! What a surprise! It would never... I'll
give you an example. Near here, there's a place called Cheadle, which is quite an affluent area of Stockport. There's sorry, the wind's blowing my green screen all over the place. They've got a Tory MP, and they gave I can't remember, it was 150,000 or something like that towards building a new train station. Because the original train station, well, they used to have two train stations, but the last one shut down in the beaching cuts by the Tories in the 1960s. So, yeah, this is it. Instead of giving money to like a rundown area, there's an area Stockport which is really run down called Bridlington. Could have done with that. Could have used that money, for some new facilities or whatever, something for the community. But no, they give it to a rich part of town to get a new train station. It only runs one train an hour.
One train an hour. If you miss that train, you are waiting a full hour.
Yeah.
And that's even if it turns up and it's not delayed, cancelled, or whatever as well.
Yeah. Well, it's not due to open for another couple of years as well. So, but yeah. Anyway.
In November 2020, MPs on the Public Accounts Committee criticised the process in which some towns were selected for funding over others, branding it opaque and with every appearance of having been politically motivated. While the government never officially set out a timeline for a second round of town funds, statement made by Mr Johnson and the Housing Ministry, which was reported for it at the time, suggested plans were initially missed out that would be given the opportunity to bid for more funding. A government spokesperson confirmed that the money set aside for future town funds had been rolled into the 4.8 billion Levelling Up fund pot as part of our commitments for streamlining and simplifying our funding programs. The development comes as Tory MPs grow increasingly frustrated with the pace of levelling up and the slow delivery of funding. I wonder how many of these frustrated Tory MPs are actually in the north. Conservative MPs are in the north and not in the south east.
Probably.
Do you think it's every single one of them and none in London?
All the ones who are first-time Tory MPs for areas that were never Tory MPs. I mean, I was looking at it. I kept seeing all these Tory MPs around Stoke. I'm thinking, Stoke isn't like a Tory heartland by any stretch of imagination, and yet here they have like Lee Anderson and some of these others. But you could, when the things we were talking about, you could tell they were talking about coal mining communities and things like that. They're basically they're panicking. They know they're going to be kicked out in the next election the way it's going. So they need this to help them have any chance of getting elected next time.
Yeah. There will be angry colleagues. One Conservative MP spoke to Sky News, said the Levelling Up scheme was not operating the way it was envisioned and blamed the civil service blob for the way cash was diverted. The blob!
The blob.
We all know that these pots were meant to flow to red wall seats, but haven't, they said.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Levelling Up, guys. That's it. Just stick a name, plaster the name Levelling Up on the wall, and that's it, guys. There's your Levelling Up sign. There you go. Just have a leveling up button for a video game. You've leveled up. There you go.
Leveled up. Oh dear.
Guys, if you can't laugh, you're just gonna cry or get angry. You're still in the budget efforts to create leveling up partnerships rather than leveling up funding, because once the blob gets involved, the money ends up in posh seats rather than where people actually want it to go. It's perverse. Thank you. And so I can see why the government would want to change the delivery models. A former minister said the move was reasonable as long as a third round of Levelling Up fund took place before the next election to support communities that have put so much faith in us. Yeah, they put so much faith in them, didn't they, Lee?
Yeah. The thing is, when you look at it, this is the sort of thing that the European Development Fund used to do, which was organised by the EU. So rather than the Tories or whoever was in charge picking areas and projects that suited them for their own political means, it was things that actually needed. Some of it didn't go to places where it could have done, like things like statues and stuff like that. But sometimes, like, people were like, "Oh, why have you spent all that money on that one? We need, or why you spent on X, or we need Y," things like that. So it's not perfect, but when you got a Tory government choosing where to put it, they'll just put it, like you say, they'll put it wherever it suits them, where it's going to do them best.
What do they say in the chat, Lee?
Let's have a look. 91 Lead says, "What am I going to do on a Wednesday night now? We'll have to talk to the missus. Thanks for that." Hopefully,
no. You could watch all sorts giving Wally lots of treats, guys. Yeah. That's just as
2 hours of that, of the 2 hours of Wally Vision. That would.
Yeah. What's wrong with Wally?
Oh dear.
The Wally Show.
101. Get George Orwell on the case. Oh, the walking scarecrow. Get a really big plunge. Oh, sorry, we've gone back a bit here, haven't we? Yeah. Now we can get
Boris
on with building model bus unbelievable.
But Allshaw says, just sub 5 accounts. Tori, don't get taser. Good to see you there. Good evening. Hope you're well.
What kind of tool do you need to level up? Says Vincent Brennan. Well, doesn't actually a big one.
If you're Super Mario, you need a mushroom. If you're Sonic, you need a gold ring. If you're Popeye, you need spinach.
Spinach, yeah. Banana Man, you need bananas.
Mm-hmm.
If you're,
I'm sure you guys can come up with a couple of other analogies.
You need water.
If you're Robespierre, you need a mankini.
Mankini, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're Reganelite, you need an orb.
You need an orb. If you're Lee Corn, you need to be a Khan.
A Khan, yeah. Oh, Jonathan Gullis. Yeah, Jonathan Gullis, yeah. God. That's the type of tool you need to level up. Probably a lot.
Who mentioned coffee? The blob, says
the blob. Wally Vision, says Laurie the cat.
Democracy has gone to, says number 3. I would say it's pretty near dead, pretty much, considering our rights have been taken away now with the new anti-protest bill sneaking through last night, which is absolutely bloody disgusting. Labour abstaining from it, which is outrageous in my opinion.
Well, that was in the Lords. It's gone. They bounced it back to the House of Commons. The issue, I suppose, is that if they reject it in the Lords, it is very, very unusual for anything to get rejected by the Lords, because they're not democratically elected, so it's seen as undemocratic. They're only supposed to amend, or they did vote on a motion to regret, basically say they don't like it, but they're passing it through. They're passing it back to because if they reject it, they would have had to start from square one. Whereas now the Commons can amend it. We'll see if that happens or not. But
well, Phil Morehouse basically said it is a political move as well.
Yeah.
It's political tactics, is what he claimed as well. But it still doesn't look good in their image, to be fair. But whatever Labour were going to do, really,
Yeah,
Starmer can get stuff, said number 3. Yeah, to be fair, Starmer's done as. I'm seeing a lot of things that Labour kind of had pledges on, and they're kind of slowly ebbing back on these pledges. I've been seeing in news articles and stuff, which I really don't like at the moment, because people, Phil Morehouse obviously being a staunch defender of Labour, saying like this is all like they're trying to protect their image, they're being realistic, and I'm like, well, how do you know they're going to pull forward all these things? Like, you don't know that. It's frustrating.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's difficult. The problem is, if you vote Green or Lib Dem, unless you're in if you
know what you're getting if you vote for Green and Lib Dem.
Yeah, you get if you're in an area where Labour's the most likely to compete against the Tories, you vote Lib Dem or Green, then you're just wasting your vote. Really, you're just throwing it away. Tactical voting is really, and then push your PR is going to be the big thing, I think.
Yeah. Speaking of Green Party, let's give a fantastic shout out to Caroline Lucas, who's been an absolutely fantastic MP for Brighton and Hove. We will dearly miss her in the Commons. She's been absolutely a right champion. For Brighton.
I do hope they elect another Green MP there.
Yeah, I hope so too, and I'm sure she's going to be doing a lot of work outside. I'm pretty confident. I haven't read, but I'm pretty certain she's going to be doing a lot of work outside of Parliament. But whatever she chooses to do, I wish her well, because she really has been a great MP for Brighton, and speaking truth to power as well, whenever possible as well. Rightly said.
We're talking about one turd that won't flush. There's like a gold, not really a golden, more like an orange turd that won't flush.
Oh, that guy! Oh dear! Yes, guys. If you haven't been paying attention over in America, and I don't blame you, considering we already have our own turd to try and flush. America's got Donald Trump facing difficult odds in a documents case from this.
Shall we?
Donald Trump face.
Go on. Sorry.
I was just going to, did you want me to read a bit or did you want to play
just
the
read
video?
that first bit and then we've got a video.
Yeah, we'll just read a little bit. We've got a bit more of an explainer for you guys anyway. But Donald Trump faces a formidable task defending against charges that he illegally kept top secret documents upon leaving the White House in 2021, according to legal experts who said neither the law nor the facts appeared to be on his side. So we've got an explainer. Lee's just going to bring up from Sky News that will kind of break it down for all of us to give us a better understanding of what is happening over in America.
When President Trump arrived here at Miami's federal courthouse, he surrendered himself for arrest and was formally booked along with his aide, Walt Nauta. The hearing itself lasted just under an hour and was presided over by the duty magistrate, Jonathan Goodman. The former president sat stone-faced, first with his hands clasped in front of him, and then, as the hearing proceeded, he crossed his arms. None of it was on camera. Mr. Trump's lawyer then entered a plea on the former president's behalf. We most certainly enter a plea of not guilty, the lawyer said. The prosecution did not request that Mr. Trump's passport be handed over, and there were no international or domestic travel restrictions placed on him. What's known as a personal surety bond was requested with no financial component, bail essentially, with no requirement to hand over money.
It's interesting. Sorry, just pause it there. Yes, I was watching something on NBC yesterday and MSNBC, and he couldn't. He was struggling to find a lawyer to actually represent him today. Or so yesterday. It's today, wasn't it? He was in court. Yeah. So obviously did manage to find one. He's got his own lawyers, so he probably did find someone from his own. But I think the people who were representing him kind of dropped him.
I think it's fair to say it's probably because he's so toxic and so diverse.
Yeah,
and I think also, it will damage the lawyer's reputation as well.
That's it. Yeah, and he also has a reputation for not paying as well. So, it could be that. Allegedly.
It's all about classified documents found at Mr. Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort. Documents that he should have handed over to the National Archive when he lost the presidency. The National Archive realized that some were missing and asked Trump's team for them back. Some were handed over, but some remained missing. And in August last year, the FBI raided his home. More documents were found. 67 were marked as confidential, 92 as secret, and 25 as top secret. According to the indictment, they included information regarding defense and weapons capabilities of both the US and other countries, as well as the United States nuclear program and the weakness of the national defense of other nations. A grand jury of ordinary Americans then concluded that the evidence against Mr. Trump was enough to pursue a prosecution. But why did Mr. Trump have these documents? What was the intention of taking them? We do not know. Mr. Trump has denied any wrongdoing. He claims that he was able to declassify the documents.
Mr. Trump, why are you holding nuclear secrets, sir?
So what do you say?
So just all those reasons is just the things that he was just stating what those are. I mean, that's scary. That is incredibly scary, incredibly frightening. I mean, we already know how. America is supposed to be is one of the most powerful countries in the world. We're one of the most powerful nuclear weapons arms in the world, and for that to be in such a vulnerable state is absolutely shocking. If the allegations, obviously, if what they're claiming here is true, and it just shows how complete and utter incompetence that the Trump administration, never mind just Trump, but the whole administration was during his term, that these were not returned, and he still held on to them and could easily a Russian agent or a Russian spy or somebody working down the routes could have easily copied these documents that were out of hand and ended up in the hands of Russians allegedly. It could have easily have been done and no one could know about it.
Yeah. There was, I think there was a thing. There was a photo of some of the like these boxes all stacked up. Some of them were in like a bathroom, and there was a photocopier in there. I think, as someone said. So, I mean, you still help just for somebody to go in and start copying it. Zhao says Mr. Trump is a Putin stooge. I wonder why would have top secret documents and a Xerox machine in the same room? Yeah, that's it.
I think what they've done, as soon as they recovered all those documents, I think they just changed the password or changed their info or changed everything straight away. America, they had to. They had to.
They reckon that there was information on intelligence gatherers. So that's obviously had to do massive changes in the intelligence community in terms of, sorry, I shouldn't have drunk the Coke. I'll keep burping now. But they keep that's caused the problems because they've had to probably move people from different assignments and take them out of positions where they might have been compromised. So right, let's carry on with this then.
Well, in social media posts on his way to court, Mr. Trump repeated the claim that all this is a politically motivated witch hunt. And on his behalf outside court, his lawyer said the decision to pursue the charges against him while turning a blind eye to others is emblematic of the corruption we have here. She said, "We are at a turning point in our nation's history." She's referencing the case of the documents found at President Biden's home and in an office he once used. These cases are also under investigation, and President Biden has not been accused of obstructing justice or trying to hide any documents, as President Trump is alleged to have done. Well, there will be legal arguments. Mr. Trump's defense team will try to have the case thrown out. They will argue that some of the evidence is inadmissible in court. They will try to delay the trial, potentially beyond next year's November presidential election. And honestly, it is impossible to know quite how all this will play out, either legally or politically, or frankly, in society. Mr. Trump commands a large following in America. Remember, well over 70 million people voted for him in 2020. How many of them remain loyal? And what about Republican politicians? What will they do? We just don't know. But it is clear that in communities across the country, Mr. Trump's message does resonate.
It's incredibly dangerous. It is so dangerous. The fact that so many people believe in him. There is that point there that Joe Biden is not perfectly 100% innocent as well. Let's be very clear on that. There, obviously, as he rightly said. There are skeletons in the Democrats' closet as well. So we shouldn't be so keen to say it's all one side. We know politics in America is incredibly toxic on both sides, not just one side. So it's very keen to point out. I mean, Joe Biden should not, he's going to be running again, which I think is absolutely ridiculous at his age. I think it should be someone else personally. I think it's just the corruption is just absolutely stinks so much from on that side of the yard.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that Joe Biden he found some boxes in his garage or whatever. I don't know if he even knew they were there. So I don't know what kind of documents they were. I suppose that's what's going to come out in the wash. I think, but what I've read, what I've heard from different people and former Trump or even Trump allies, that some of the charges against Donald Trump are, if they're true, are basically he's going to end up in jail. So we'll find out whether that actually happens or not over the coming months. Whether it actually gets through, because he could delay it, could use delaying tactics to push the whole thing through until after the election. But we'll see. Right then.
Regulus, good evening. Good to see you there. Hope you're well. I haven't seen you around for a while. I hope you're all right. Just to see who else is.
In 91
what a shame there's no mugshot to make the memes out of.
Yeah. 91 Lead says he's a big head, didn't even show people his golf course documents on his phone. Yeah, apparently. Allegedly. He was gloating about it. One of the things is he was saying those are my documents, and he was telling people. So he's getting people to move his documents, and like they're my documents. Don't anybody else see them and stuff like that. And it's like, he was basically treating him as though he were his own.
All Short says Phil is just protecting his hope to get more involved with the party. Number 3 says Phil and Graham are both too trusting. Well, they are much more closer to Labour than we are, to be fair. So I'm not going to comment on that.
Well,
they
are with the leadership, I suppose. They're a bit closer, I suppose.
Yeah, to be fair, Graham's been super supportive. He also was on the show here as well. So reporter has funny head, says Verti. It's very important information for us to know.
Notice else he says.
Ginger says a very important point there, just from Ginger. Just want to say there is a process to declassify. You can't just do it with your mind. Yeah. That's what they tried to allege, didn't they?
Yeah, he said he declassified, just like whizzy, declassified. There we go. That's not how it works.
1 second, guys. You keep talking.
Regan's gone. Sorry, don't get tasers. Imagine what was Sturgeon. That was Sturgeon. Alistair Union Jack will be chuffing himself to death over it. Nobody else. He says, according to Legal Eagle podcast, Trump even arranged to hide boxes of documents for his own lawyers. Mr. Trump is we've said that. Rosenberg's gave nuke secrets for the Russians, and they got the electric chair. Wow. The indictment included Trump lying to his lawyers and make them commit a crime. Pendulous is AI Pendulous.
Casper says Legal Eagle said they were on display on the stage in the ballroom before they went in the bathroom. Legal Eagle, yeah, they're very good. They got great stuff on their channel as well. Definitely should go. I haven't seen their stuff for a while.
Sly Cat says dumpster reading top secret documents on the toilet. And also says a photocopier in the basement. Zhao says only a revolutionary or a spy would have a Xerox in the basement, and Trump is no revolutionary. Yeah, true. The toilet doesn't have a proper lock. You can go there without bothering anyone, says Verticu. Wow. Yeah.
Even the cleaner can come in and have a look at the documents.
Well, this is the thing. I wonder how many documents actually gone missing from there. Then they just left there.
Russians copied it for free. We allegedly, Verti, allegedly.
Yeah. We know the witches. They use Russian brooms, says Verticu. Trump's defense would be insanity, says number 3. It's not good for the USA, whichever way it goes.
Daily Blase says, I remember reading bits of the Trump report when he was practically showing his very high classified documents, and he could have their lives in danger. Yeah, it's just outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. It's just
the
crazy.
US, Ben Shaw says the US used to follow the UK. That switched around Reagan neoliberalism rules.
So Larry the Cat says, hit the like button. The orb compels you.
Yes, the orb compels you. Let's see how
the orb compels you guys. Yes.
The orb. All hail the orb.
All hail the orb.
I can actually make the orb.
Let me do it again. Sorry. Let me do it again.
This is like
stop playing with the toys now, guys.
This is like Marcus with Wally. Everybody just going, ooh, oh Wally.
Oh.
Right, okay. Anyway, we're gonna.
I think we've got a little got a funny video for you guys. I think, haven't we?
Yeah. Next. Just it's about
lighten the mood as
about this Mr. Not Trump, the turd that won't flush, kind of.
Oh dear.
Oh, hi, it's me, Naveen Boris. Well, what can I say? It's unlikely I'm going to be put on the honours list. I mean, I come from poverty. Look at me. But I am on Boris's naughty list, just the way I like it. Rishi has no say. What I will say is that the last thing I want is to create a by-election. I mean, I'm not like that. I'm leaving, and this will create a by-election. Something significant has happened.
Did you speak to Boris?
I have spoken with him, yes.
What did he say?
Nothing I can say here. It's too filthy. All I will say is that my life is opening up. I've been in the drinks cabinet since 2005. It's time to be TV presenters seriously taken. Oh, I messed that auto cue up. Can we try again? Hey, baby. I mean, Boris.
Nads, it's a farce, a witch hunt, a kangaroo court. They don't even know the facts.
I know the facts. I love you.
Not now, Nads. Look, I didn't even have a party. I didn't even get a birthday cake because my secretary said gobbled it all up. I mean, that does not constitute a party.
I'll gobble you up.
We followed mitigations in the house. We used PPE.
You don't need to use protection with me.
It's a higgledy-piggledy house. It's impossible not to be close.
Oh, don't I know it? Stop teasing me.
Look, Nads, it's over. Look, there's going to be a by-election anyway. I'm getting out on my own terms before they get me.
I'll go with you. Let's go to Barbados. I'll quit before you so it doesn't look fishy.
Look, Nads, you don't need to.
I've tweeted. It's done. Our love is strong. Leave your wife.
Ruddy hell.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, it'd be brilliant if
I love that she showed the wicked boy off on the green screen. Fantastic.
If Michael Fabricant did that, he started laughing, his hair just fell off. That'd be funny in the middle of the
Oh, God.
But yeah, so a couple of other things we found about with Nadine Dorries. So this tweet that I spotted. Sorry, hang on. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. She was found alone, cold and scared after her own abandoned her. She is house trained and responds to basic commands. She can be a bit skittish in front of cameras and howls if she sees a photo of a former owner. For just £3 a month, you can adopt a former Tory. My God. She looks
£3 a month, guys.
£3 a month.
You can adopt a former Tory. I would not recommend this one for reasons that I'm not going to speak of. But you can adopt one for just £3 a month, guys. The links will be in the descriptions or somewhere hidden in one of the files on the Snowflake server somewhere, allegedly. If you want more information, guys.
Vincent Brennan says Sky News says Nadine Dorries has said she will not formally resign until after she gets answers from Downing Street about why she did not get her peerage. I want my peerage. It kind of runs nicely into this one.
Mm-hmm.
This is brilliant. This was on Talk TV, but wait till you hear it.
And it kind of breaks my heart because that's what this story is. This story is about a girl from Breck Road in Liverpool who worked every day of her life since she was 14 years old, had something offered to her that people from that background don't get offered, removed by two privileged posh boys who went to Winchester and Oxford and taken away duplicity and cruelly because they have known for months that it wasn't the case, and yet they let me and they let Boris Johnson continue to believe that was the case. It was upsetting, and it's upsetting for everybody who thinks that one day they could be that person, because do you know what? If you come up against someone like Rishi Sunak and James Forsyth from privileged backgrounds who have it all very easily given to them on a plate, you're in trouble. You won't make it because they can do whatever they want to stop it.
Oh, thoughts and prayers, Nad. Thoughts and prayers.
Denied.
Oh dear, guys.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Thoughts and prayers, Nad.
Oh, hearts go out to her poor Nadine Dorries, guys. Let's move on.
Oh dear, who would want to pay for her? If anything, you should be paid for dealing with her. She looks unhinged in that photo. She does look unhinged in that photo. She does, yeah. Sorry, let me get rid of the thing there. She does look a bit unhinged in
says,
that
a time for
photo.
us had to learn how to play in the piano, so please stop.
Oh, it made me laugh when I saw that. So anyway.
Oh, so Larry the Cat says, "Oh, how heartbreaking, or is it fart-breaking?"
Love to the family. Computer says no.
This news says All Shorts sad song over it. Yeah, I'm sure All Shorts will be thinking of some nice ideas now to think of in his next live stream just for you guys. He'll get some ideas using from that. I know he will.
Yeah.
I bet Doris would gobble him off. I mean, up.
Ben Shaw says silly moo. Yeah.
Right. Give her a beerage, says Bertie.
A beerage. Like she's in the James cabinet since 2005.
Number 3 says WTF. So Larry says computer says no. Prejudice says love to the family. Bertie says love to the family. Love to the family. Love to the family. Silly move, says Ben Shaw.
Yeah.
We want a bye-bye election, says Vincent. Yes, we do want a bye-bye election in a constituent. Why has she not bye-bye'd now officially? Yes.
Yeah.
Rightly so.
Okay, something a bit more less funny but more positive. Let's have a look.
Yes, we got a nice positive story for you guys. From Positive Outlook, guys, always check out their website, positiveoutlook.com. They always have some wonderful, nice, warm-hearted stories. So this one here is about a teen cashier with physical disability speechless after getting a generous tip from customer for his work ethic. So the story goes, a teenage cashier shows an exemplary work ethic that moves a generous customer. And to show his gratefulness for the teen's exceptional service, the customer gave him a huge tip that he did not expect but truly deserved. Brahim Lucas, a 16-year-old student at William Christian High School, though his arms and hands are not fully developed, he worked as a cashier at a pizza ranch in Independence, Missouri. He only started his job a month ago, but he was shown an acceptable work attitude. When there is no queue at the cashier register, he makes himself busy by sweeping floors and cleaning the buffet. As an introvert, the teenager is always quiet, but his new job taught him something new about himself. Now he gets excited about seeing new people, chatting with them, and giving them quality service. Limpus' exemplary work ethic did not go unnoticed by one of the customers. He left a good impression on Robert Samry that made him do an act of kindness that shocked Lucas and warmed people's hearts. Last month, Sammy gave Limpus a £5 tip to show his appreciation for the team. I appreciate your good smile and good attitude, Sammy told Lucas. We don't get that nowadays, especially with the young kids. Sammy could not forget the smile on the teen's face when he gave him a small tip. He was so impressed by Lucas' attitude that he returned to the pizza place to make the teen even happier. Sammy pulled out a stack of $50 bills and his friend started counting the money. As he reached the total amount, which is $2,500, Lucas' tears fell in an instant. He stood up and hugged Sammy to thank him. To be honest, I was speechless, Lucas said. I've never had anything in my life like that happen to me like that before. More than the money, it was a gesture that really touched the team. That right there showed me that there are more people in the world that really care for me, he added. Lucas was very thankful for such an unexpected blessing. He is saving money for his first car, and the generous tip he received will be a great addition to his savings. Sammy was very happy to help Lucas and showed his appreciation for the team's hard work. Money comes and goes, but it's very rare to find somebody like Raheem, he said. Lucas' story quickly went viral and warmed the hearts of Nielsen's. A lot of them were amazed by the team's exemplary work ethic and positive attitude. When a young person's work behaviour impresses me, I always make the point of writing a physical letter to the company. A few minutes' time and effort can go a long way, wrote Heather Smith, one of the committers. It also puts a huge smile on the many viewers and makes their day. Some could not help but root Lucas and wish him the best in life. As Nielsen wrote, hope he's able to go to college and earn a degree and do great things with his life. He has a very positive attitude and work ethic, not common in a lot of people at any age these days. Though Limpus' arms did not develop fully, he never saw it as a disability but a gift from God. It doesn't prevent me from anything. If I feel like I can do it, he said. He also dreams of being a motivational speaker for children to encourage them to be happy with themselves. Embrace what you have different from other people, Lucas says, because a lot of people will think it's cool, and a lot of people wouldn't think it's cool. The negative words, don't let it get into your head, because there's a lot of positivity in the world. And rightly so.
Brilliant. Lovely story, that.
Absolutely lovely story.
Mm-hmm.
We need more positivity in the world, guys, and I hope I put a positive smile on you guys' faces in the chat there.
Yeah,
because we don't get enough of it. That's for sure.
Sorry, we didn't.
I'm sorry. All I'm seeing is bye bye democracy.
Oh right.
Take us back to reality.
What I liked about that story is he came out of his shell just by starting working there. He went from being introverted to actually being extroverted and talking to people and taking interest. So Yeah, lovely story.
We've covered some amazing, good, warm hearted stories. I mean, the one I really remember actually vehemently. I don't know what one really comes to your mind, Lee, but my favourite one that we've covered was the ice cream van.
Yeah, I was thinking that one. Yeah,
that was the one for me that really touched me more than anything, because these kids had general disabilities and they used the ice cream van, and it wasn't that hard for them to operate, but to have them do that and interact with others and all that kind of stuff, and then he building a whole community specifically for their disabilities was an absolute fantastic story, to say the least.
He was taking on more ice cream vans, wasn't he, so he could help more people.
Yeah. There was also there was so many other stories. God, there were so many good stories, guys.
I think it was from the first series, but we did Mama Flo's, the Jamaican.
Yes, the Mama Flo's. Yes. Oh, we haven't. We need to chase that up and see if
she won.
How that's going.
I think she won. What was it? The Britain was it something Britain award? For what she'd done, feeding kids during half term when the government didn't want to feed them. She was a Jamaican cafe. She was feeding kids for free off our own pocket. But people were giving tips.
Let me just, I was just going through some of the good news, just to remind some of you guys. So there was the 7th grader that pulled off the heroic act of stopping the school bus.
Yeah.
There was that one.
When the driver passed out or something on a heart attack.
Yeah, that looked like that. There was the couple that turned an old laundromat into a dream community. That was a nice one there. What else? There was so many. There was so many. I didn't post. Obviously, I didn't post enough of them on the paralyzed dog rescue from the train tracks gets adopted by his rescuer. So I don't know if we covered that one there. There's some good news that I've put in the good news on the Discord server. I don't think we directly covered, but whatever I found. Oh yes, of course, the visually impaired teen wins performance at the Night of the Piano.
Oh, do you remember that one? Yeah, that had me.
Oh, that was beautiful one, guys. I'll definitely. That one was a beautiful. We had listened to her play it with her disability. It was just so beautiful. That was. Brackersfield High School, Lucy live at the Royal Festival Hall on Channel 4's finale. Absolutely moved us all that night. That one, but yeah. Just if you're on the Snowflake server, guys, just go down to the positive area and others and click on good news and just scroll up. There's so many wonderful stories there. Just warms your heart, guys. So, what's the chat saying? Lee? Are they still saying bye-bye Tories?
New 3-word slogan, says Vincent Brennan. Doc Davies says kill all snowflakes. I'm guessing that's a new 3-word slogan for the Tories. Don't know. Get the Tories done. I like cornflakes, says Joe. Thank you for that, Joe.
That's all right. I like cornflakes too in the morning. So you and I are on the same boat there.
I had to times get cut off there. Sorry, I don't know what that means.
Tom says Moors I like to install in my pupils. Well put, Tom. Yeah,
nice.
It's very good for you, mate. Really appreciate that. It's always very good. Good news, yes, Bertie. Good news. Yeah, we need positivity in our lives. We can't always be negative Nancy's.
Negative ninnies. Right. Sorry, I'm just changing my settings because it's gone a bit dark. He's kind of screwed up my settings now, so I'm just a bit. Move my light.
Yeah, he had a little green blob appearing on his.
I have to keep adjusting my settings because as it goes darker outside, because I've got a Velux in front of me. The light.
Doc Davis says cornflakes go soggy. Well, yeah, depends what you put in them.
I quite like soggy cornflakes.
I hope you're well, Doc Davis. Didn't say hello if we didn't say hello to you before.
Right. Should we move on then?
Yes, let's do that.
So we've found these a couple of videos. Remember a few weeks back we had the flying sofa in Turkey. Yeah. So this one is a bit different. A similar weather caused issue. Let's have a look.
Okay, nobody was harmed or killed in the result of this. No.
Yeah, nobody was hurt in this. No, seriously.
Okay.
Oh my word. sky and literally like.
Wow.
Yeah.
God.
Just ripped it up. Watch this at the back. The guy at the back. Oh my God! In the blue shirt. He landed there upside down.
There's no casualties from the incident. Wow.
Yeah. Something must have been some injuries there, because I mean that guy in the blue shirt there, he got dragged right across. But he got slammed into the roof there. But yeah, that was that's pretty.
That is incredibly scary.
Yeah.
God.
Then I don't know if you know on Monday. I don't know what it was like where you were. We had a load of storms here around Manchester, and there was a victory parade for Man City. I know they had to delay the start of it, but we had like massive downpours and lightning and everything. So in a Costco in Manchester, in Trafford Park in Manchester, this happened. Literally raining through the roof. It's so heavy.
Oh my God. Good luck to the other people on the other side getting out. No one's going to get out.
It's like a water park, isn't it?
Oh my God, I've never seen anything like that. Look at
People still try to do shopping in there.
You know what's crazy is people are just like, yeah, I'm just going to pick up my bits and carry on.
Yeah, I'm just going to... Just trying to stop
I'm
that.
just is nobody going to report this to HR or something? Like, yeah, we got a leak.
It must be...
Yeah, where is it? It's covering the whole centre of the complete right down the middle.
Yeah. So, yeah. Cheap stock at auction soon. Yeah, all that stock in there, it's absolutely ruined, isn't it?
Well, to be fair, most retailers, they always try to keep it a bit not right at the bottom, but they try to have like a pallet or something so it's up a little bit if ever there's ever floodings or whatever.
I'm thinking there's stuff being underneath the rain, just pouring down on top of it. There's like stacks of stuff there with rain just bounced off the top of it. So, yeah. Costco is offering free public showers. All that needs is the music from the Blade movie playing in the background. I haven't seen the Blade movie, so I can't really comment. But yeah, okay. Nature's going to get scary. Yeah, yeah, there is that as well.
Yeah.
But just going back to Monday. So, if you didn't know, in case anybody hasn't heard, Man City won the treble on. I'm not going to gloat on Saturday.
He wants to go.
Champions League final. No, but the best thing about it has been Jack Grealish, who's been on a 4-day bender. They've just been celebrating all for 4 days, and it's been kind of really amusing to watch. So this is some.
I'm not a football fan, for the record, guys. I'm a wrestling fan, but let Lee have his moment here.
So let me yeah. So this is some sort of a video clip of him celebrating. If I can get it to play. Sorry, I had to turn the sound down because there's like music in the background, very loud.
Absolutely. Yeah. This is our footballers these days. Look at this. What is
the most
this?
expensive player. It was like over 100 million, I think they paid for him. Man City.
God. This is how our footballers represent our children these days.
Yeah. But he was in good spirits the whole time. There's nothing kind of negative. It was all in good spirits.
What's he doing with a yellow jacket on, yellow vest? Health and
safety.
I
don't know.
He needs health and safety. Yeah, with someone drinking around around a cup that big. You know, he could get cut. He could get a nasty cut on his belly or something with holding that cup being there, bare naked.
It reminds me of. I don't know if you remember it was about 10 or so years ago. Real Madrid won the Copa del Rey, like the Spanish Cup.
Oh yes, I remember the story. What's this? Someone Sergio Ramos dropped the Champions League cup.
Yeah, not the Champions League, the Copa del.
And the bus ran it over.
He held it over the front of the bus, and he slipped out
Yeah.
his hand, and the bus went crumpled it. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant,
It
really
was
funny.
like party over.
So this is somehow, and then basically he's been on a 4-day bending, and he had to meet up with the England squad today. So this is him with the rest of the City players who've also been
He looks all
partying.
right there.
Well,
And then
his eyes look a bit.
As soon as the photo was taken, he just fell on the ground.
I think Carl Walker's holding him up there because there's other views of like this other picture of him having to be carried out by Carl Walker and some other staff earlier during the week.
Ben Shaw says, "Is he still banned from driving?"
Is he banned from driving? I don't know.
I don't know that one.
I don't know. I didn't know whether he was banned from driving or not. I don't know.
Scotland said he hopes Grealish has taken Handerland with him.
Haaland. Yeah.
Haaland.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Ah well. Right. So I just thought it was amusing. The sort of stuff he's got up to this week's been funny.
Yeah.
Right.
We got anything else except we got anything more?
No, I don't think so. I think that's it. We just got one video. One video to play.
Yep. Right, guys. Obviously we've got a bit over the time, but that's all right. That is the end of season 2 of the Snowflake Show. 6 months into the year, guys. It has been a long 6 months, guys. Seriously, can I just say, in all seriousness, guys, thank you all so much for all your comments, all the likes, all the shares, for all the support you guys have given us, for helping build our community on the Discord server, for you guys coming over and supporting my channel. All Shorts Daily Blase, I don't know if both of you guys are still there. You guys have been absolute stars in plugging our show. We really cannot thank you guys enough for all the love and support you guys have helped with this show. We are not done. The show is not over. I have to stress this 300 times. Some people may have joined and they don't know what's happening. So we'll just remind everybody again. We are taking 3 weeks, couple of weeks off, guys. The Snowflake Show will be back with a new season on July the 5th. Wednesday, the 5th of July is when we will return. I will have the event up on the Snowflake server. And closer to the time, Lee will drop a community post here on the channel. I'll remind him just to drop one on the channel, just to remind you guys that it will be coming back, just to give you guys a reminder, obviously a bit closer to the time. Lee, I don't know what any more. Just want to add any more to that before I give the usual plugs.
Yeah, if you no, there's cheers, guys. It's been emotional, says Ben Shaw. Yeah. The same as what Reagan just said there. Thanks everybody for coming. We really appreciate everybody coming every week and watching us and supporting us and plugging us on other shows and Marcus and Daily Blase for all shorts of Marcus and Daily Blase for coming on the show with us and also for promoting us as well. It's been really nice.
Yes, and Graham, of course, for covering as well.
Yeah,
Graham as well.
And even Graham's allowed us to
well.
promote the show on his channel as well. So
yeah.
So thanks everybody who's come on. Thanks everybody who's persuaded somebody else to watch as well. And also subscribed. Also, Marcus is here. Thanks, Marcus. Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Just before you guys go, we obviously got one more video for you guys, but before you guys go, we've got the usual stuff. Remember to hit that like button before you go on your ways out, guys. That would be greatly appreciated. If you can, share the show across other social media platforms, your Facebook, your Twitter, your other Discord servers that you may be on, or even if you've got other social media platforms such as Mastodon as well. So anything along those lines, just to get us out there, would be greatly appreciated. Also, guys, if you want to keep in touch with us on a regular basis, we have a Discord server. The link is in the description as well, if you guys want to join us there. The Snowflake Discord server, I've just described it on there, but you call it the Snowflake server, where it's completely free to join. It's easy to access via your mobile phone as well, because there's an app form as well if you don't have a computer as well. where we run games nights. We do every month we do a music night, and we do movie nights as well as we also try to cover other events whenever other YouTubers are doing live streams, such as Max when he does his live streams, All Shorts when he does one on Sunday, Morning Brew obviously from Graham Hughes on Labour Social. So we always Big Marge obviously covers PMQs as well. So we always try to cover other YouTubers whenever possible as well. So we always like to build a great community there. So everybody's more than welcome to join, obviously, as long as you're reasonable and respect the rules, obviously. But everyone is welcome to join there. There is a link in the description if you guys want to join us there. And also, we will be there after the show. So if you guys want to have a chat with us in the after chat, you're also more than welcome to join us there as well. And just if I didn't already tell you guys already, YouTube channel. I'm just going to do something just right now. If you guys haven't already joined, or if you haven't subscribed, you can help me get over 100 as well if you really want me to, because I'm just a couple of subscribers off. Don't have to, no obligation to do so, but if you want to help me get over 100 too, that would really make my day as well. And on my channel, guys, I cover mainly news, reading off some of the latest news, whether it's in shorts or in long videos. I'm trying to keep up to doing 6 videos a day, 2 long videos and 4 also short videos for you guys. And obviously I do live stream every Monday. So I've already said, guys, I am going to be away on holiday next week. So what I'm going to be doing in terms of covering videos for the channel, I will let you guys know in community posts. So keep an eye on the community posts on my channel if you guys want to know what's happening on there. Did I miss anything, Lee?
I don't think so. After the show, we'll be on the Discord server. You mentioned that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'll
we
put a
will
link
be
in
on
there.
there, guys.
I'll put a
If you
link
guys
in
want to
there.
join us for a nice wee chat, as some people like to say.
So Larry Cat says, "Do that's me excluded them reasonable and polite." One Angry Pagan says, "My shield at your backs, guys. God word, Celia Owl." I can't read that. Bless her. It's a good people's.
And all Shorts will be here. All Shorts, I'm sure, whenever possible, he will probably do a couple of live streams Wednesday night if you guys haven't got nothing else to do. So I'm sure he wouldn't mind giving you guys something as well if you got nothing else to do on Wednesday nights.
And he says, "Subbed you 6 times and you want a like." Says All Shorts. And also he calls us lightweights. There you go.
Who said that?
All Shorts. Oh, dear.
I did no shameless plug, but thanks for the fiver, says the Larry the Cat.
Right, and on that bombshell, All Shorts says a nice sloppy. Oh, number 3 says at All Shorts a nice sloppy one. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, all that stuff, guys. We will be back in a couple of weeks
time, yeah.
But we have one more video for you guys before we say our goodbyes to season 2.
If we don't see you before, you don't see you in the after show chat. See you in a couple of weeks' time. Have a good couple of weeks off.
Yeah.
Sure, All Shorts.
Yeah, take care, guys. Much love as always, guys. Have a great week. Enjoy the rest of the month, whatever you guys are doing. Look after yourselves. Be positive. Don't always let the negative of the news bring you guys down. You know, stay positive, guys.
Okay, and we'll leave you with this. Bye.
Bye-bye, guys.
Rishi Sunak is talking rubbish. To honour these peerages, it was not necessary to overrule Holac, but simply to ask them to renew their vetting, which was a mere formality.